As we explore and as we grow, how can we do that in a way that enables us to be comfortable, to feel safe, and to be brave?
What would you tell us in the Academy as artists? What experiences do you have? What ways of approaching a subject do you have? That, you know, where do we go wrong, I guess, in your view, if you'd like to talk on that?
When I first started speaking to historians, I thought history was like a science, that you had like facts, and those were facts. The perception of those facts changes. The same event has different interpretations.
And none of these things need conflict with each other if at the root of it all there is an understanding as to how we ought to interact with each other and what we should be able to expect of each other.
My quick takeaways from the presentations: if you don't know your past, you will live in a fear of uncertainty. So it helps us to wipe the fears of the unknown. These photos and the art are also inviting us to consider how we depict who we are and what gives us a sense of belonging. So I saw, he said, "I am me, who are you?" And I was there, I was like, "I am Joshua, who are you?" Merci beaucoup.
When you want to change the world and bring impact and influence public policy, you need to be fearless. You need to be courageous. You need to push yourself, identify your own blind spots, your limits, and to go in that direction.
One moment we were talking about how identity is fluid, and the next we were in the midst of the Huron-Wendat community talking about myths and legends. One moment we were having lunch and discussing what we can do with this platform, what it means to be a leader, and the next we were being told the history of this land and its people, the history that has often been pushed under the rug for way too long.
J'ai été vraiment touchée d'entendre le témoignage, l'histoire autochtone, et même de voir à quel point cela pouvait faire écho à ma propre histoire. Je trouve aussi que c'est vraiment super de pouvoir comprendre l'importance de la communauté, l'importance de savoir d'où on vient pour savoir pouvoir être plus sûr de l'endroit où on va, de la personne qu'on est appelé à devenir.
So it was a lot of reflection, not just within the programming itself, but at the end of the day, thinking through these larger questions that I think we should all be talking about, that we should all be thinking about identity, about reconciliation, about our role in preserving languages and identity and what that means.
So mom is Giju, Kwe, Chilasi.
Tout un monde, c'est un univers qui s'ouvre à nous quand on apprend une nouvelle langue. Lorsqu'on incite les jeunes à apprendre notre langue officielle ou à apprendre d'autres langues, il y a le français et l'anglais, on leur ouvre d'autres univers qu'ils n'auraient pas connus autrement dans leur propre langue. C'est un peu la même chose lorsqu'on pense aux langues autochtones, dont certaines sont en voie d'extinction, sont en difficulté d'un point de vue démographique. À chaque fois qu'une langue autochtone au Canada s'éteint, c'est un univers qu'on perd. C'est un univers, une culture qui n'existe nulle part ailleurs qu'ici.
I think if the leadership of this entire country is going to reflect the people that make up the country, the people that are working at the grassroots level, everywhere from classrooms to the municipality to police stations and hospitals. You know, those neighborhoods that we live in have very diverse populations, people who've come from all over the world. And the leadership of our country needs to reflect that. And so in order for us to have that kind of reflection and that diversity at those top levels where those decisions are being made, you need to cultivate that leadership. You need to bring those voices in.
So, you know, that question was, you know, how do we foster inclusivity regarding language, culture, and identity in our professional and personal lives? And we talked about a couple of different things.
I guess my point in terms of the brave spaces are the different viewpoints that come together, and where can they have those exchanges? For many deaf people, they are a linguistic minority, cultural linguistic minority, but they're not seen that way. They're seen as someone with a disability that needs to be ameliorated, repaired in some fashion. So what we need are these brave spaces with people with beliefs on both sides to come together. We can disagree, but we need to have that venue, that brave space where we can share ideas.
That kind of listening process is key if you want to bring sustainable change. And it can only be possible if people trust you. And the best trust, I will say, is trust from individuals that really disagree with you, but they still trust you. They still trust that you're smart enough, they should pay attention, and they can learn from you. We can learn a lot from people who don't think the way we do.
C'est essentiel. Je pense que quand on travaille dans les domaines des sciences humaines ou dans les domaines qui ont un lien direct avec les humains, la diversité, c'est vraiment la base de cette expérience. Et c'est un aspect essentiel à travers lequel on doit regarder ce qui se passe dans le monde, mais ce qui se passe aussi dans nous. Donc la diversité, c'est aussi savoir comprendre la multiplicité, la complexité des identités. Et c'est difficile. On est fiers de certaines choses qui ont un rapport à notre identité, mais il y a d'autres sur lesquelles il faut travailler. Donc je pense que cette diversité est une chambre d'expérience et une façon de voir les choses qui nous amène à vraiment à agir mieux ensemble.
We are a diverse society. Everybody around us is different, comes from different sources and places, has read different things, understands the world differently. It is my intention to discuss these matters with the students who appear to be people of the greatest ability and really a great hope for the future, to discuss both the positive and the negative sides, to show that there are no things that really cannot be discussed and that there are no things that cannot be questioned.
Our group name in Mi'kmaq is Alulatu, which means to guide from a boat. By that we mean we're all in the same boat, and it's imperative that we understand each other and work with each other's unique differences.
Le respect, l'ouverture, l'inclusion, que pour moi ça représente, c'est vraiment les fondements du code de vie en communauté. Puis que ça permet aussi l'élaboration, la mise en place de fameux espaces et de courage, où est-ce que les gens peuvent discuter, échanger, être confrontés dans leurs idées, mais dans un climat qui est quand même respectueux, où est-ce que le dialogue justement est ouvert.
If we only speak to or engage with people holding the same ideas, the same views, the same opinions, I think we risk creating an echo chamber of agreement, or even an ideological orthodoxy that may even prevent others from voicing different opinions.
À cause que nos grands-pères sont allés faire la guerre des autres, la gueule fermée, les dents serrées. À cause qu'on lave plus vos planchers. À cause qu'on sort des cuisines. À cause qu'on y revient toujours. À cause qu'on aime le party.
Donc les espaces de courage sont vraiment des espaces de rencontre de l'autre. Et je dirais que des espaces de courage, justement parce qu'ils permettent un débat rigoureux et vigoureux, sont aussi des endroits où des percées sont possibles, où du coup on peut transformer notre vision du monde ou notre vision d'un enjeu particulier.
Nos boursiers boursières, ils sont audacieux. Alors, ils prennent des risques. On veut des personnes qui veulent prendre des risques et pour lesquelles les espaces de courage sont nécessaires. Donc, on s'inscrit vraiment dans ce désir-là d'accueillir une pluralité de perspectives. Ça prend donc une maturité pour pouvoir écouter l'autre dans sa diversité, mais écouter l'autre aussi dans les moments où l'autre nous dit des choses qu'on n'aime pas entendre. On aimerait mieux ne pas entendre ce qu'on entend. Comment faire preuve d'une telle maturité qu'on va lui tendre la main.
Bienvenue au pays de la Sagouine. On est fiers de vous voir là. Moi, aujourd'hui, je vais vous conter l'histoire des Acadiens. Mettez-vous bien confortable parce que ça dure à peu près 3 heures à 3 heures et demie. C'est pas long pour tout, là. Mais avant de commencer, je dois me présenter. Moi, mon nom, c'est Walk Alone.
I hope, and I think it is the hope of all of the members of the Advisory Committee on Diversity, that this will allow us to do more in the way of exploration of ideas and the development of ideas, and the development of thought processes, the exploration of research in a deeper way, an enriching way, so that at the end of it all, we will all have grown from the process.